way.
So is WhatsApp the biggest threat to iMessage? Because in other countries they message on WhatsApp, so there is no color. There's no othering.
Exactly. Yeah. No, WhatsApp is way bigger than iMessage in all these other countries. So iMessage is like, it would be nice if people used it, but like people just use WhatsApp, period.
Exactly. So
that WhatsApp shit is wild annoying.
It's like there's 5 or 6 different apps now, because if you talk to somebody in WhatsApp land and you talk to somebody in text message land, you have an iMessage person, there's just like 7 or 8 apps you could use to talk to people, which is annoying. And then Google will make 3 or 4 more just because that's what they do all the time. It's just
if you're
have to pick
if you're
one.
Indian, WhatsApp is everything. It's texting, it's Facebook,
It's
all the
everything.
spam threads, they just go on WhatsApp. It's crazy.
Isn't it banking too or something crazy? They have
They
like a
try
lot.
to incorporate.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I don't know that. I'm not Indian enough for that.
It's like
Texting me.
like Meta does a lot of things, like Facebook, obviously. And I think when they realized how important a communication app is, and they bought WhatsApp, that was a major move for them, because they know a lot more about a lot of people because of WhatsApp.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, Facebook is like collect all the information, sell all the ads.
Yeah.
And now, okay, Facebook starts to decrease in popularity, but what's coming up? Instagram? Okay, we buy that.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot of information. They don't tend to make a unique product. They tend to either buy it or copy something else that did really well.
Yeah.
And WhatsApp, super popular. Yeah, we would love to have that information about people.
Now the
That's what they
information
do.
is reading the texts.
No, I think it's encrypted still, but still they like to know, like,
When you're texting.
when you're doing things online, they can still serve you ads. They can do things with WhatsApp information, but it's not like, they didn't like invent something new to get people to use it. They just saw what was going well and bought it.
Is the metaverse a big fat fucking failure for Mark Zuckerberg? Or
I'm working on this video. I'm working on this video.
Drop it. Drop it. Give us an exclusive.
Please.
So the metaverse.
If you give us this, you don't have to fuck a robot.
fair.
Wait, we get to fuck it?
Oh, well,
Damn.
we're still gonna fuck it.
I'm first.
Metaverse. It is okay. So I might just say what I was going to say in my video.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Which is that
exclusive.
there's 2 parts again. I think the tech is really cool. Anytime someone asks me what's the future of tech, VR always comes up. Like AR, VR, something with the glasses and the projections and seeing stuff. It just seems like the natural future. And then I think Meta /Facebook/Zuck kind of got shafted in the first half of the internet, which is like, it runs on ads, Google ads basically. It runs on devices. They don't make devices. And in order to sell ads, they need to track you. And, everything's, we had that ask app not to track button pop up on iPhones. Like that really screwed Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking forward at like, what's the future really going to be? It seems like it's VR and AR. Okay, let's pivot the entire ship and commit to that future.
Huge move.
Just the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we have enough money to pour into this that even if you're not really sure, if you're a skeptic, if you're on the edges, we'll pour money into whatever you were, hesitant about to make it good enough for it to be the future. And then when we have this like foundation of the internet 2.0, which is this metaverse that they're imagining people spend lots of time in, then Apple can't screw them over, or Google can't take the upper hand because they sell all the ads. It'll be the Facebook-dominated thing. And that would suck, because one company dominating the entire internet and having control over the whole foundation of what we're all doing online is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But that's their vision. That's their competitive
So they've
future.
been limited now, and they're like, let's get ahead of this so that they can't limit us
I think
in the
they see
future.
the trajectory of Facebook.com going like this.
Yeah.
And they have infinite dollars to just look for the next thing and fully commit to it.
And what do you think of that bet?
I think it's really interesting. So I've seen some really cool demos of like things that work really well. There's the Quest Pro headset that I got to try, which is like, it has this pass-through mode and it'll track your computer, and you're paired to your computer. So you put it on and it still shows you your entire environment, but then your computer on the desk, 3 more monitors will pop out of it and you get to use it just like a normal computer.
Wild.
And like the tech, it's a little bit glitchy, it's a little buggy, it's not the sharpest thing in the world, but like this idea of like, I have 3 monitors in front of me
In the
on the
small
train, wherever I want to go, just bring the headset with me, is like, I get why they think that's the future. And they're going to pour billions and billions of dollars into that until it's great.
Oh, sorry, real quick. I have one, I don't want to call it like a criticism, but one thing I noticed, I got the goggles, right? My wife and I have them.
The Quest?
This is,
Or
yeah.
just one of the VR headsets?
I think it
You
was.
have Oculus, I think.
The Oculus Quest, yeah. Man, now the Meta Quest, because they bought them too.
Right. And my wife hated it. I'm loving it. I'm watching like climbing videos. It's me and Alex Honnold, and I'm just looking down. I'm like, it's terrifying, whatever. But what an interesting thing happened, which is different than like watching a TV or a basketball game and zoning out, or like playing video games and kind of zoning out. It completely isolates you from your partner. The goggles do.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a hiccup there that they're not noticing, which is you can have a headset on playing Call of Duty and your wife's over there, but you can still talk about what you need to do that day and the things you need to go get. And do you like this outfit? Do you like this? Should we go here? Once those fucking goggles go on, you're in a different world, literally, and that's the point. But it's there's gonna be friction relationship-wise.
So there's
The idea of the metaverse, we're all putting on headsets and we're in there together.
But
That
if
is-
she doesn't buy in to climbing with Alex Honnold, like me,
Yeah.
or surfing at Jaws with Shane Dorian and Kyleni, you know, if she's in doing her thing, right? Now we're not in the world together and we're not spending that like time together. Couples do this a lot where it's like, we're doing something together, we might not be talking. And I think that there's gonna be some friction with that. They have to
Okay.
figure that out.
So there's two things I keep saying, which is VR and AR. VR, virtual reality, is you put the headset on and you're immersed in a different world, which is what you're talking about. AR, a little bit different, is taking the reality around you and augmenting it a little bit. Augmented reality. Add a screen to the wall. Add the
This
weather
is what
in
you're
front of
talking
you.
about, the two other screens.
Yes. So right now in 2022, the tech that we have is you putting a big ass headset on and being isolated from the world. I think Meta's idea is if we put enough money into this, it miniaturizes over and over and over again. It's got cameras, it's got sensors. Suddenly it looks like I'm just wearing glasses. I see the whole world, but I also get the VR experience. The AR experience is everywhere. And maybe that's possible.
So the
someday.
Oculus is like the first cell phone?
Exactly. We look back at that and we're
big
like,
brick.
that is absurd. I don't want to carry this thing everywhere. There's no future to this brick in my car.
But if I'm folding it, throwing it in my jacket,
Suddenly it makes sense.
And imagine whoever, Nokia had been working on the cell phone for 50 years
Right.
before anybody else started.
right?
Yeah.
Is it avoidable that Meta takes over the metaverse completely?
So I think there's a couple other companies that have enough money and enough foresight to start to compete. I think everyone expects Apple to have a headset in the next year. I think we're going to see that.
And
I
they're great
think
at hardware.
Apple's great at hardware and they're great at ecosystem. So you better believe they're worried about like everyone who has an iPhone is going to want the Apple headset, not the other headset. And Apple, just like they do with the bubbles, there will be Apple's headset and the others.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That's a thing you can expect. Google, you know, they've got the money and the tech
Great
and the
brand
software.
protection, creating other.
Oh yeah. We talk about this all the time. The ecosystem and the walls that they build,
Yeah,
the figurative walls. That's iMessage, FaceTime, all that
Charger,
stuff.
right? It's like, do you have an
charger.
Apple charger?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's a couple companies close that are about to do some stuff, but Meta is the one that's like at the top of the mountain yelling about the future that we all see.
Yeah.
So
But it feels like we're not exactly buying in just yet. I like what
It's
you
hard.
described about just the regular glasses that you put on.
Yeah.
I think that would be really interesting.
Do you think people would,
partnership with Ray-Ban? Did you see those?
Oh,
It
no.
looks like your normal Wayfarers.
And they just look like,
with
that's
the-
cool.
yeah, they're like at both ends of it. There's like the Oculus and there's the Ray-Bans, which is like just a camera. And
Yeah.
they're like, we get this closer to Oculus, we get Oculus closer to this.
Then we're good.
We get something